Welcome, 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 guys. We got about 5 minutes. I'm gonna go grab my tea and I'll be back shortly. Make sure your team is also registered. I only saw a few people registered, even though the meeting today is gonna be super short. So I'll be right back, guys.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, 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 how you doing, Joshua?
Blessed and highly favored.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Come with it now. Come with it. uh, y'all had a good trip?
Yeah, it's beautiful. I'm out here in Chicago with the family, barbecuing,
Okay,
going back down memory lane.
okay. That's how you do it. Ooh, sorry about that. I dropped something. Lord. Are we the first two on? No, Coach, I see he's on too. So. It's raining over here today.
Where you at?
I'm in Davie, Florida. So
You guys get a lot of rain out there, huh?
yeah, it's prime time, and it's been like storming. What is number one? This is hurricane season for us from June to November, and it's been thunder and lightning. So usually around about like 2 o'clock or 5 o'clock, it gets around 2 o'clock is like prime time for rain. So we're getting a lot of that. I've noticed lately.
Well, it's good for the ducks, I guess.
Yeah, they're happy. Yeah, they're extremely happy. They are happy.
In Chicago, it's about 87 degrees, sun
Ooh.
shining. It's beautiful over here.
My man Joshua, what's up, man?
Mr. Winslow, what's popping?
You already know, man. Sunday, doing my thing, brother. How you doing?
We get this done for her.
I'm enjoying the good weather. I'm about to eat a spicy sausage.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong
So
with that.
besides the barbecue, what else y'all cooking? What else y'all ain't had?
Man, my father got some ribs on here. He got some sausage, some. Hold on. Let me show you. Oh, Coach Kev starting the meeting. Let me show my mouth.
Oh well, that's out.
All right, all right, all right. Oh,
Hey.
shine some light on the subject. All right, all right. Whoo. Let me see. So, welcome. Let me see who we got here. Okay. Okay, all right. I'm gonna be removing a few people out of the leadership because they keep missing this. So I'm gonna probably be removing a few people. However, and it's consecutive times that they're missing it. It's not like one or two, because I
Oh,
understand we can't make them all. But anywho, that's that. So today's going to be very, very, very short, straight to the point. And I just wanted to go over some stuff and then be open for any questions. One of the things I wanted to show you guys real quick is the production list. So this is the one for the agents. So this young lady here, I think this young lady is either on Heather or Gwen's team. So she's moving. Of course, I know Lawrence. So the agents for this week, right? So these are the agents uh, that are currently producing in reference to the agent aspect of it. I know some of us have given agents to other agents, which is fine, but I wanted to make sure you guys are aware and you guys can actually see this. This young lady, Jenny, Gina rather, she literally just started. Mike just started. We have a few other leaders that literally just started. So why am I? All right. So this is the chart that I'm going to be looking at every single week just to make sure everyone not only on the same page, but just to see who's doing what. Because what's happening is at the RVP level, just so you guys know, that means I'm as wide as I can, quote unquote, be, right? So in certain organizations, I'm going to be stepping in there to help you guys go deep, right? So maybe there's a leader on your team, they may be at your level 8, right? So I'm going to step in to help that new agent kind of get to another level, which is going to help you, right? So if I go in and one of your teammates say, "Oh, I heard some Coach Cam reached out," that's because I'm just trying to help them. Again, that's going to help you guys. And I did that at the beginning of my career, and I had to stop because I needed to make sure I secure my own bag. But because RVP takes you as wide as you can go all the way to pinnacle, now it's just all about helping develop other leaders within your team and also within my team as well. And then this is the for the customers. LeBron is doing what he has to do. Obviously everybody is doing what they have to do, but I'm going to start showing you guys this just so we know where we are and what we have to do. Now there's a contest for customers for the entire month, volume month. I think the volume month ends July 18th, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I think it just ends July 18th. So there's a agent one that we do every single week. That contest, 5 or more agents, get the $500. And then I'm also doing the one for customers where whoever has the most amount of customers, 15 customers for the month, is for you to qualify. And then that would be a $300 contest cash prize. So I wanted to kind of delve into that really, really quick before we get into the core information. So that's that. Staying a little bit more organized. And I'm sure a lot of you can attest. There's been multiple times where I've done a webinar, I'll do a webinar, and my phone will go off, whether it's an alarm or something, notifying me on my next thing that I have to do. And I'm very on point with staying organized. And obviously I'm human, just like everybody else. So certain things I miss, I may double book, I may whatever, but for the most part, I'm pretty on point when it comes to staying organized. So I don't know if you guys have an app on your phone. I'm sure everyone here is organized as well, but the goal is to teach this to our team, right? So like we have new members that'll put a post out, and then before you know it, before you know it, they already are getting responses. So it's important for them to be organized. I had a great conversation with let me see if Jamil is here. Sure. No, he's not here. But I had a great conversation with Jamil, just about certain things that he can do to stay organized. And this is something that we have to duplicate within our team, because ladies, majority of the women that, and obviously you guys know 90% of our team is women, believe it or not. But organization is key, and a lot of ladies are super organized, and I think sometimes the fellas, we got to get on point with that. But I could be wrong about that as well, but I want you guys to make sure you duplicate that within your team. And on my phone, I just have a simple alarm, right? And I just schedule that within my phone. So let's say someone tells you call back on Friday, I just put the alarm. Yeah, you can have your regular pad, you know, you can do that and write that whole thing out, or you can have your dry eraser board like me. But because I have so many people reaching out to me at such a small amount of time, then I have to kind of get that organized and have my alarm kind of keep me on point. And when I do set my alarm, so let's say I have a call today, which I do in the next hour, my alarm's gonna go off a few minutes before that. So give me enough time to wrap up whatever I'm doing and move on, so I can make my next appointment, because people are judging you based off of your punctuation, how punctual you are, and even if you actually follow up. So that's very important. And even if your meeting overlaps, I would message a person, say, listen, I'm still on the phone with this agent, or I'm still on the phone signing this person up. Can you give me an extra 15 minutes? And you guys would be surprised at how many people look at that as a deciding factor if they're going to do business with you on the credit repair side and or agent side. So that's that. Number 3, I want you guys so I'm in this leadership group with Mr. Alfred Nixon, and I wanted you guys to see. So Alfred posted this: hey leaders, if you're looking to go from, you know, those of us who are 6 figures, whatever, we make a ton of money, I would strongly suggest you get your core of leaders registered, right? Now, obviously you guys don't have access to this, but some of the top leaders are already registered, right? So for me, I didn't register yet because I wanted you guys to I wanted to talk to you guys about it really quick. And here's some of the things that you guys will be able to see on it. It's a 6-figure summit. My main thing is I did not want to go anywhere. So it will be online. And he gives you a little short video, 6-minute video, some of the things you guys are going to learn. And, you know, you guys can kind of watch that. That's 7 minutes. I'm sure you guys can watch that. But the purpose of it is not only to help you earn more, serve more, contribute more, be more. It's just a blueprint on how to not only build a business during COVID, but also problem-solving strategies, campaigns that to boost sales and morale within your organization, social media strategy to do right now, how to create more duplication, just a lot of things that you guys may know or may not know. But the reason why I want you guys to register is because I think it's just so important for you to not only build your business, but duplicate that within your team. Now, this is not mandatory, and the only reason I'm not making it mandatory is because the price point. Let me see how much it is. I actually forgot. Oh no, it says it right there.
1,500.
Yeah, hold on. It says it right there. Hold on. Let me see if it says it's here. Okay, so this is a $300 investment. Now, again, guys, this is not mandatory. Now, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys because I always do that. Think about this. I've been successful without it. You've been successful without it. Now, the reason why I'm going to do it anyway is because I always believe in leading by example. Some of you are already going to register because you know who Eric Worre is. You know this is coming from Mr. Alfred Nixon, who made it to Pinnacle Senior Vice President. So if he's telling us, and I'm always coachable, to get our core leaders on, then this is why I'm telling you guys. Now, for some of you, again, this may not be for you in reference to the investment, but I highly recommend that you guys look into this and get registered. The day, I'm not even sure when it starts. Okay, so it starts on July 15th and the 16th. Starts at 9 a.m. till about noon, but I'm sure it's going to be recorded. So if you register and you can't make it live, it will be recorded. The last 2 things that he had. It was recorded. And I didn't really mention it to all of the leaders because, again, it was, you know, it was a hefty commitment, and it was in person actually as well. So this is online. I think a lot of you can actually do it. I don't know too much more than what the website is saying. I'll post this within our group, and then you guys can kind of delve into that. But I would love for all of you to get registered. And then if you have other leaders on your team that are open to getting registered or wanting to learn more about that, you definitely want to get them involved. I'm not making any money off of it. There's no benefit, you know, financially for me. It's just, I'm sure Eric Worre will be going over some stuff that the industry goes over, but you have it in one compact training that you guys can actually teach your team. So something to think about. Number 4, create urgency, find a solution. So what do I mean by that? There's a lot of prospects that are attempting to, or they want to sign up, but then they'll say Monday, or they'll say Friday, or they'll say this. So you got to create that urgency. I don't know if you guys saw last night. Some of you, I know Jay saw it because he was up for some crazy reason. But anyway, I got a agent at the nick of time. Let me make sure I'm muting these lines for a second. All right, so I got an agent at maybe 12 a.m. It was late. She's all the way in California, so it was a little. It was 9:30 her time or so, while it was 12 our time. But either way, she told me that she's gonna wait till Monday or something, and I said, well, you know, you want to do it. I don't recommend that you wait till Monday. I said I recommend you do it tonight, so by Monday we can already have your website up and going. But that one shift of just saying that created urgency, and then she signed up last night, right? The solution was I wanted her to see that, because sometimes people don't know why they should do something fast. They don't know time goes in a certain time. They don't know what we know in the back end, but we have to create urgency because humans need help making a decision. I remember when I invested into the life coaching, and you know, I paid out of my pocket. I didn't get a loan. I didn't get anything. I just paid thousands and thousands of dollars to get my certification as a life coach. And I was going through the course. One of the things that the master coach was telling us was you got to create urgency for people, not even just for business, not even for credit repair, just in life, right? Why? Because most humans procrastinate, right? So you're that solution to help them make a decision, and not making a decision is a decision, right? If that makes sense. And then here's another solution. Maybe you have a client or a prospect that have 188. Maybe they want to become an agent, but they're short. Find a solution. Maybe you can loan them the $100. Maybe you can bless them the $100. I don't know, but we got to find a solution. Or maybe they can borrow $50 from 2 people to come up with the other 100. I had another lady sign up where she said she didn't have the money. I said, well, why don't you just put on your credit card? Now, y'all probably like, yeah, I would have did that too. She didn't think of that. It's our job to help find a solution. And those of you who have been with me early on, you guys know it's PPS, right? Professional problem solver. So all of you are professional problem solvers. I just want you to think about that when you're on the phone with a prospect, and not forcing them. You're just finding a solution, right? Now, whether they say yes or no, you're going to move on because you're planting the seed, and we don't chase, we replace. But we want them to understand that there's a solution associated to this, and you may have to help find the solution for them. Maybe the trial run may be a solution. Maybe they're short, like I was saying, $100 or something like that. Now, here's a tip. I don't invest into a person unless they at least have half, right? Paying the whole 288, you know, if it's wife, you know, husband, parents, you know, close relative, and you're willing to build a business for them, that's different. But if a person is short and they don't have the full 288, they got to come halfway, right? There's been times where I would probably call Jay Williford, and he'll put in 50, I'll put in 50, and they have 200, and they have the 288, right? Or you know, with Tammy, right? She'll put in a certain amount of money. Let's say she put in 75, I put in 75, that's 150, and the person's coming in with their 150, right? So that makes the entire 288. But the bottom line is you want to have that solution. And if it's someone within your downline, help them contribute, right, to the cause, right, instead of you investing the entire thing. Okay, so all right, so Rhonda, you have a question. So what I'll do is I'll stop there, and then I'll open up for some questions. No problem, Tammy. Hold on 1 second. 1 second, superstar. All right, so Rhonda, did you have a question associated with that? I saw your hand raised, but
No, coach. Good afternoon, everyone. I made a mistake and hit it by accident. Forgive me.
okay, no problem. All right, perfect. So I'll also keep it available for you guys to unmute, because this is going to be short. But anyway, so we want to find a solution, and I'm sure as you guys, like even Rhonda and her daughters, as they were building, they're solution orientated, right? So they always found a solution for people. Alan, myself, Tammy, Kiwi, Tangela, Jackie, Lynn. So all of the leaders here, we always find solution, but we want to teach our team to do that. And you're sowing seed, right, into good ground, right? We don't want to pay the 288 for anybody. I don't care what type of edification they give themselves on how they would do great. It doesn't matter. Are you willing to invest in yourself? So the other thing, number 5, follow up with results. So like for instance, when I got that agent last night, now I'm gonna take that same screenshot and I'm gonna send that to other people that were potential agents, right? They interested, they want to come on as an agent. I'm gonna follow up with those results. Another way you guys can do it is, when you post a new agent on your Facebook page, you want to tag people that are thinking or praying on it, or they got to talk to their husband or wife, whatever excuse they give you. You want to post that new agent or that new customer. And when you post a new customer, don't put their phone number and their email out there. I would kind of crop it out so it's not for the entire world to see. But the bottom line is, you not only want to text these images to people and say, hey, listen, I can't wait to start working with you. We just signed up a brand new agent. You also want to put that on your social media page and then tag those people that are waiting. Same thing with your promotions. Same thing with promotions within your team. Another thing, we'll take it a step further. So let's say Candace signs up, she brings in Rhonda, and then Rhonda brings in, about 5 levels deep, a new agent joins Rhonda's team. Candace can also take that screenshot and then post it and say, hey, we have a new agent join the team. Even though it didn't directly sign up with Candace, they're still within her organization. And you guys can leverage these images within your entire team. So it's something to think about. Why? Because as people are watching you, they're seeing that you're still moving. They're seeing that you're not waiting on them, right? And people want to do business with you. They just want to make sure that you're serious about this. And that one follow-up with results, I promise you, that will change your entire business. I've done that from day one until now, and it has helped me. And I want to basically give you guys everything that I'm doing. Now, it's a lot that I do, so that's why we got to kind of break some of these meetings up, because they'll overwhelm you. But all these little hacks and tricks to the trade, it's going to help you, especially you guys will be duplicating that within your team. The other thing is number 6, make sure your new agents add their photo on their website and set up direct deposit. Now, I know a lot of teams are moving fast. That makes sense, but we want to make sure we're adding, these clients are adding this. Now, the only way I would add this for my client, meaning adding their photo to their website for them, that means they just can't have a computer, right? I'd rather them have a computer, have a laptop, if they do, and show them how to do that. Why? Because we want to teach everybody to fish, right? Because at the beginning, if you set up their direct deposit, put their photo on their website, you're doing it for them. That's not really going to help them master, right, the business, and it's not going to be duplicated. But what happens when you have a huge organization, these people are coming in, you can't do that for everybody. But what happens if you teach them and then they handle or help 3 people, and then you do 3 people? That's 6 people got their site set up, and you don't have to do all 6, but you're contributing to helping your team kind of master and set that up. And then the other thing is, I'll go on brand new agents' websites and their photo's not there. And then they wonder why, because if I if someone was telling me that, you know, you have an opportunity to become an agent, or they have an opportunity to become an agent, and I click the link and their photo's not on it, people are already naturally skeptical. I'm automatically going to be skeptical. Your photo's not even on your website, right? Now, the credit repair side, there's no photo that need to be added. So it's already ready to go. But the agent side, the secure credit card, credit my rent, all that in the FES website, that is something you want to make sure that's locked and loaded and is set up. And you definitely want to make sure. This is why on the end of the webinars, I'm telling them set up their website. Set up their direct deposit, put their photo on their website, because I know they're going to start to reach out to people, and you want to make sure you're not giving a person any reason not to do it. I'm almost done, and I'll kind of open up for some questions if you guys don't have them now. Number 7, business hack. You know, we got to make sure we helping people understand, you know, when you sign, so let's say you sign an agent up today, right? If you have customers from Saturday and beyond, now we know Sunday is the new pay week, right? So let's say you have a customer or 2 customers from Saturday, Friday, Thursday, whatever, prior to Saturday. You can use those 2 customers. It could be the $89 discount. It doesn't matter. You can move those 2 customers under the agent that signed up on Sunday or Monday before 5, and you're going to get paid the same week Thursday. Powerful hack. When I first found that out, it blew my mind, right? So, but the customers have to be in the system before midnight on Saturday. Very, very important. That's how you can get paid the same week off of that agent. So that's a powerful thing, and I want you guys to leverage that, because that has helped me. Especially, I remember when I was a SD, and that happened, man. That same week I got that 380. I think I did it twice that week, man. I was excited about my check, man. So those are simple things that you guys want to do, and then teach your team that as well, and that'll help them. Number 8, trial runs will get you more leads. There's a lot of things that you can do to get leads. You can do anything. Posts, obviously. You can do business cards. You can do banners. You can do door hangers. You can do all of these things to get leads. But you want to make sure you're duplicating the trial run. Why? Because all those other ways you have to invest money. Not everyone has $25, $50, $100 to invest into those type of marketing materials from day one. So what is duplicatable and what is free? Mastering the trial runs. I promise you. I remember when I was RSD, I will never forget, you know, my business was going slow. My page dried up, meaning, you know, not too many people said info, right? After you did it for a certain amount of time, eventually it's going to dry up. Then that's when I started adding the professionals to my page so it can breathe new life into my page. But more important than that, the trial runs. And as soon as the trial runs started, this is why I was so grateful for Mr. Bruce Lee Rochester going over it on Friday night. Whether someone was interested or not, I was putting them on a trial run. They didn't have the money, trial run. They got to pray on the trial run. They got to sneeze, trial run. They stomach hurt, trial run. They joined in, trial run, right? They signed up, trial. It doesn't matter, trial run. Why? Because now you're going to be bringing in leads, and then you can come back to them and say, listen, do you want me to, you know, bring them, you want me to put them under you or under me? And then they have a choice to make, right? Even in that situation, you may have to invest $100 into them because they may be short, right? That person's going to sign up under you anyway. They already have the success from a trial run. And then when you put a prospect on a trial run that ends up becoming an agent, they already understand how trial run works. They already got it. So that's very, very, very important for you guys to duplicate that. Let me see if, 1 second. All right. So Jamil, can you unmute real quick? Jamil Young, can you unmute?
Yeah, I'm here, Coach Cal.
Okay, so I want you to kind of share with everybody the story you was telling me today. You know, obviously with the trial run, but then also with the guys who we talked to. You know, I forgot, my bad. That presentation we did at the tax office. How did that whole thing work? And then how did you kind of tap root? But what was the moral of I want you to tell them is how long ago we followed up with the guy, and then the fact that they're watching you, and also you know, why do you think they're interested in now joining, in your opinion?
So basically, Coach Kevin and I, we did a presentation a little over a year ago, maybe like a year and a half ago, for these 2 tax professionals. They were actually used to be my managers about 10 years ago at CVS. And so, you know, we go do the presentation. Coach Kev knocked it out like he usually do. And, you know, they said they want to sit on it and whatnot and just, you know, think about it. All right, no problem. You know, we kept it moving, kept doing what we're doing, kept working on the business, and just kept enrolling more customers. So now one of the tax professionals, one of the partners, they reached out to me like a few days ago and told me that they now have customers that are asking them, you know, about credit repair and how they can help. And then the tax professional told me personally that he needs his credit worked on as well. So he's like, you know what? I want to get in the business. Are you still doing it? And I told him, yeah, I'm still doing it. You know, let's set a time and a date and connect. And Coach Kev, after that phone call that I had with you, I told, you know, like I said, I told him I'm going to reach out to them and lock in the time. So tomorrow at 12:30, we're supposed to meet at the office in Pompano. And then just to briefly touch on the tap routing that he mentioned, he has a business partner. And so what the plan is, after everything's said and done, enroll one of them and then enroll the next one as an agent as well under him. And then I also had a friend that knew us, that worked with us at CVS and everything like that, who was also interested. He's not part of the tax business, but was also interested as well. And since, you know, he was part of the same family, so to speak, I reached back out to him because he reached out to me 2 weeks ago and said he wanted to get started. And I was just letting him know, say, hey, you remember Allison? You remember Amster? Well, they're looking to get started. And if you start before them, I'll put everybody under you. That would, like you mentioned, to create that urgency to go ahead and, hey, come on, let's get to work. I'm creating a paycheck for you before you even got into business. Let's go. So, you know, that's my story on that. And just the consistency is what it really was. I have a lot of people reaching back out to me that I spoke to a year ago, 6 months ago, because they see me consistently still working the business, still getting customers, still signing people up, still getting point increases. And, you know, they eventually just come around. You just got to be consistent with it. Coach Kev, I can't even hear you.
Yeah, I was too excited. I was on mute.
Okay. I got you. I hear you now.
But the thing that I love about that, the question is, are you still doing credit repair? So that seed was planted a year ago, right? So just think about that. And then the other thing is, and I know sometimes, you know, people don't really realize it. When I tell you guys, people are watching, they're still watching them. That's crazy. So I'm just excited for you, Jamil, and I wanted you to share that because just so happened, I already knew what I was going to talk about today, but you just solidified why it's so important for us to not only keep going, but to master these trial runs and continue to follow up with these people because they're always going to watch. So anything else you want to add?
I do want to touch briefly. I think you had it on your list up there. I think I missed it. But guys, if you have, if for one, if you like me, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not very well organized when it comes to like physical papers and documents and things like that. But this iPhone, I make sure I use it to the T. And if you guys don't know, your phone has a reminder app. And using that reminder app or that calendar is very, very, very beneficial, especially when you have a lot of things scheduled on the same day. And you can end up losing a client or a prospect if you're not as punctual as you say you're going to be. If you say you're going to call Monday at 3 p.m., you better call it Monday at 3 p.m. Because if you call at 3:05, they may not answer. They may not want to deal with you because they notice that you seem to be late. That's you know, people don't like that. So use that to your advantage. Be punctual. Even if you don't close the deal, they may follow up with you just because of the fact that you're punctual and it shows that you about that business. And with all that being said, Coach Kev, I'm gone.
And the reason why I love that coming from Jamil his growth has gone up because Jameer used to be late to meetings, right? So when he first told me that, I was like, bro, you hit it. So again, guys, none of us are perfect. We just got to continue to get better, and success will continue to come. So Jamil, thank you. And I actually did cover that earlier, so it was perfect that you just reiterated that. So just thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Coach Kevin, I appreciate you.
Man, I appreciate you as well, man. So all right, so we got the trial runs, we got that. The number 9, always secure your bag. Right? So now I know some of you get thrown off with that, and I want you to understand what I mean. What do I mean by secure your bag? Well, we all have individual bills. You can help as many people as you want, that's fine. But I want you to understand you have bills, right? So my thing that I always did, I knew I had to make at least $1,000 at the beginning, and then after that I can turn into Santa, meaning I can help another agent, meaning giving them my agent that I could have signed up under me. Yes, I'm still going to get the overrides, but nothing's better than, like for instance, SD, that's the biggest jump in the compensation plan, right? So from senior field trainer to SD, that's a nice little cushion. So you want to always secure your bag. You want to always bring in your own customers, bring in your own agents. And I've had a few agents reach out to me and say, man, coach, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to give them my link. You don't have to. You don't have to give your link to anybody, right? I'd rather you be a top producing senior field trainer than an OKSD, right? So when should you use your agent's link instead of yours? So let's say, for instance, here's a scenario, and then I'll kind of, after I do number 10, I'll bring you guys in and we can kind of comb over this. But because this is very important, I've gotten people reach out to me from other organizations, I'm telling you, to ask me this question. And it's very important that you guys grasp this. So let's say, for instance, I have an agent, and the agent signed up, and then the agent got a few customers. They maybe got one agent on their own. They come into the trainings, they doing everything. And you guys can already hear, as I'm prefacing that, you already know if they're one agent away and it's the last day. Now I'm gonna wait all the way to the last day, right? If it's the last day of the volume month, I'll give you an agent. I'll use your link instead of my link. But for me to give you my link just so I can get promoted, I can't do it. Now, there's certain situations. It could be the last week, last week of the volume month. It could be a 4 or 5 week volume month, and you need that person to get promoted for you to hit your title. Then I would give that person an agent. That's fine, right? But then that following week, I would be working aggressively under them to find a leader, right? Because you would almost fabricate that title. Now, would I have an agent sign up 3 agents under them, sign up 3 customers under them so they can get promoted to field trainer? No, not at all, because you invested your $288. You're putting in work. They should be able to put it in work too. And then not to mention, we're not rewarding them, we're crippling them, right? If we do that for them, then you have to do that to get them to field trainer. Then you have to do that to get them senior field trainer. Then you have to do that to get them to SD. You're crazy. And this is where we have to make sure we are balancing the focus of getting promoted versus just being in that title and being okay with that leadership, falling in love with that current title that you're in, right? We got to be grateful for all things, right? Big and small. So God can open up the floodgates and give you more. But I want you guys to really understand, you can help, right? You can reward the agent that's already moving, that's already a part of their own rescue, that's getting you on 3-way calls, that's committed, right? But giving an agent to them just to give it to them, I wouldn't do that, because then they're going to want you to do that every single time. So that's very, very important. And then also with the customer, I don't give my link. I don't sign a customer up under no one, ever, right? Matter of fact, I did do it one time. So it was a lady, this happened like 2 years ago. I sent the lady the wrong link, meaning I did a 3-way call. I sent the lady the wrong link, meaning she followed up with me maybe like 8 months later. I thought it was my prospect. Now, even though even though the agent was active and all of that, that agent never followed up with the lady. She followed back up with me. I sent her my link organically, not even thinking about it, right? So that next day, I think it was actually the same day, I got a customer and I put it under my agent, use her link just because it's integrity and it's the right thing to do. But the moral of what I'm saying, I do not use my other agent link for any customers. I put all the customers under me, and you should do the same thing. The only thing that may differentiate that next move is if you're going to help them get promoted, but they got to be a part of their own rescue, right? So every single customer goes up under you. You can pick and choose giving someone an agent or not. But here's the other thing: you don't have to give anyone anything. I want you to understand that everybody should be grinding just like you are, because there's been people that I've given an agent to and they quit. I'm okay with that because once they go inactive, it rolls up to me anyway. But I could have put them under me or use that volume to move under somebody else, which takes me to the last point, number 10. So when should you sponsor place and benefits of it? So the benefits of it, it'll be volume, right? Obviously, it's non-lineage. So here's the thing. Imagine I sign an agent up. I help that agent go field trainer, right? Stay with me. I help that agent go field trainer, and it's still within the first 30 days. Do you know I can move that entire field training organization under a brand new agent, and they're coming in with volume, and they're coming in with a field trainer non-lineage under them, which will help them get promoted faster. Very, very important. So you have to know who you're going to give your sponsor placements to, because once it comes, they're going to be able to get the $3 residual income to infinity, which is fine, but they got to be deserving of it, right? Sometimes I'll tell a person, like the lady who signed up last night, right? I didn't tell her I was going to give her a brand new agent, right? But let's say I sign somebody up today and I say, listen, when you sign up, I'm already going to have an agent under your team. So this is what I would do. I would sign that person directly up under me. The lady who signed up last night, sponsor place her under the brand new person, and then they're happy, right? Because that's what I promised them to bring them in to the business. But if I do that, they got to sign up the same day. They got to sign up before midnight that same day. So I want you to understand there's massive benefits to sponsor placement, but it's non-lineage, and it also helps them get promoted fast. So that's why it's so important for people to know, me putting these people under you, there's a major benefit. And there's people that I've moved the entire organization under, and they still go in la la land. They still quit, right? And then now I have a ton of people that they see the benefit and they just kind of go through the roof. So I know I went over a lot of stuff and I did it in a fairly short amount of time, but I want you guys to kind of unmute and then ask me any questions you have pertaining to what we just went over. And if you're good, just put,
Hi, Coach.
What's up, Tammy? If you're good, also put next. That way I know I can move on. But what's up, Tammy?
Can you just go over going wide versus going deep?
Going wide versus going deep? What do you mean?
Yeah, when you're building your organization, because I had a conversation with Alan and he was telling me it's kind of like I think what you just went over when you say it's a time and a place where you need to know when to put somebody somewhere else, but going wide, like the difference between having too many agents going way across versus building down.
Okay. Well, just so you know, you can have 30 agents going across. That's fine. Why? Because within the same time frame, all those agents can be moved around and be built in depth. So signing up a lot of people, that's not the problem. Not moving them in an adequate amount of time, that would be the problem.
That's what I mean.
Then they'll get stuck on your front line. So I think we went over that. Let me see something. Bad structure.
And I do apologize. You might have. I was with one of the agents training them, so I came on a little late. You might have went over.
You was grinding. You was grinding. That's all. You always grinding. Nothing wrong with that.
Coach,
Yep.
can you hear me, Coach? How you doing? How everybody doing? Okay.
Doing great.
Basically, all right, awesome. What Tammy was saying, basically, going deep rather than, going just like off the last Saturday training, like not being too wide. When you came in, you was talking about, listen, I'm 5 legs wide right now, so you don't have to go. You already reach your, and none of us is RVP, so that's none of us is that level yet. So none of us should be 5 deep. So everybody else should be knowing how to build deep instead of going wide. So basically, that's what Sammy was talking about. Talking about structure, going over building deep rather than being too wide. If you're not at a certain title, you shouldn't be no more than a certain amount of legs. That's what she was referring to, Coach.
Got it. So let's look at the screen. So let's say, for instance, you're a senior field trainer, right? When should you already start that 3rd leg? You should have a certain amount of volume. A lot of you are in this range where you RSD, right? So once you get 40,000 in volume, why? Because 50,000 you would need to complete the ESD. So let's say those of you who are RSD right now, you should only have, quote unquote, 3 teams, right? So, but we got to think about this. Some of you already have people stuck on your front line, which is fine. You can move all the brand new agents within that 3rd team and then continue to go deep. That's what I'm saying. You can sign 30, 40, 50, 60 on the front line. That's fine. But as long as we're moving, and to Alan's point, my mentor didn't go over this with me. So I already had 5 legs. So if you made that mistake, don't worry. I promise you, you're going to be okay. I just didn't add anything to, no, I had 4 legs actually at the beginning because I got a chance to condense. But because that last 5th leg, I had to run that out to go RVP. So I had all these legs, but no one taught me how to structure. So when should you start a brand new leg? When should you have the 4th leg? Well, right now, those of you who are RSD, right, stay in 3 teams until you are RSD with 40K. Consistent volume. Then you're going to start, right? Then you're going to start leg 4, which that's what's going to push you to vice president. So, right now, is there any team in particular, Tammy, where they have a lot of legs or, certain things that you're trying to do to structure it?
No, I've already spoken with the person and kind of broken it down and explained to them kind of just what you and Alan just said. But I just wanted them to hear as well, just so that they can, have it reiterated so they understand what I was saying to them, just in case they did have any questions.
Okay. And the thing about Tammy is, guys, she's very, sometimes I used to have to get mad at Tammy, like, bruh, you know the answer. Just do it, right? I trust your leadership. I trust what you're saying. So Tammy is very, like, she'll check it. She'll check it again. Like she follow up what she just followed up and kind of comb through it just to make sure she's making that right move, like many of you other leaders as well. But I want you guys to understand, even if you, quote unquote, don't understand the structure completely, just listen to your upline. If you just listen to them, they're gonna be able to guide you. So bad structure obviously is this, right? They're so wide out, but all these people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all these people can be moved, right? So this is how I would move this around if this was me in this situation. First of all, what I would do, I would see who's in one of these organizations. One of these organizations, they need one more agent to help them get promoted, or who deserves that one more agent, right? So when you're in that type of situation, you can move one under this, move one under this person, move one under this person, move one, and then they all can be condensed. Or you can move MJ under this person, put LE under MJ, and just have it going straight down so everybody has one agent, right? So it's so many ways you can do it, but just remember, you have a certain amount of time to move these people. Just imagine this person goes 60 days and all these stay on their front line. This would be catastrophic. You know how many people that Allen has helped get promoted by just moving volume under them, meaning just moving one of the agents to help them hit their promotion? This is why I love how FES structure is, because other network marketing companies, I promise you can't do this at all. You can't even put customers under somebody. You can't move an entire team, right? Imagine if this person here, AJ, is already a field trainer, a senior field trainer within the first 30 days, right? They can move. You can move this person's whole organization and move it under this person. Like, it's super crazy what we can do. But again, this is very advanced, but I wanted you guys to understand, even if you have a lot of people on your front line, you can definitely move them if you have time. So you always want to go to the sponsor placement to look at how much time you have left to move that agent or those agents. So I hope that helped you, Tammy. Any other questions?
Coach Kev, hey, how y'all doing? It's Tisha.
What's up, Tisha?
My question is, how do you move the organization? Is it the same way that you trigger Cavs, or how do you do that?
The way you move the organization is under sponsor placement.
Okay.
Very similar. So let's say I have an agent here, this person here, and then you're here. I can go to sponsor placement tab. You know what that is, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I would put your agent ID, right, under for this person, and then they'll ask me, are you sure? And once you hit submit, no different from how it is to trigger the bonuses, then you're gonna end up, that person's gonna end up under you. So it's very, very similar, but just like customer holding tank, there's a certain amount of time you have to move that agent under that new agent. But all you need is their agent ID.
Okay.
Why? Who you thinking about?
No, I just wanted to know, I just wanted to know how to do it. If I come in that situation, I'm not moving anybody as right now. I just wanted to
log in and show you. Do you have anybody in your sponsor placement right now?
I just added a new agent on Friday.
Okay. All right.
And then also Rudy just added an agent too. We just moved the customer to agent on Saturday.
Wow. Rudy on it. Let me see something. So I'll just show you mine. So, all right. So this lady signed up when? July 4th. Oh, it came in at July 4th. My bad, guys. I'm excited. I thought it was for today. Hey, that thing be serious, boy. So, all right. So let's say, for instance, right, I want to move this lady's entire organization, right? So this lady here, right? Let me see her. I don't remember her volume. One second. All right. I think her volume is like 2,000-3,000. So hold on. All right. So her volume is 9,000, right? I can move 9,000. Okay. So let me back out really quick. So you go to reports, agent reports, guys, and then you go to sponsor placement report. So her volume is 9,000. Stay with me. I have 12 days to move this person. I can move this lady whole organization under her. Now her volume day one is going to be 9,000. But here's the trick. I have 12 days to move this person. Once I move this lady under her, I have the 58 days left. So now, so let's say I go, let me show you guys an example. See, so you looking at it, Tisha?
Yes.
So let's say I got her agent ID. It says processing placement, your lien, that's the one with 9,000 in volume, under the new agent. Once I hit click here, and it hit submit, that whole organization is going under Miss Baker. Once this young lady get 2 agents, she promoted to field trainer. Because why? The volume's there.
Gotcha.
Now, would I do that for her? No, because she ain't tell me nothing. She got 12 days to show me what she could do.
Okay.
Now, let's say, for instance, I told her that I was going to add a few people under her, and I used that to bring her in as the carrot or leverage, then, obviously I'll move them under them, but they got a lot of work to do, right? They're going to get promoted very, very fast, but they still got to learn the business because, yes, I moved this entire team under them, but if they don't contribute anything, they're not going to benefit from it anyway. You're just giving them a nice head start. So you go to agent reports, sponsored placement, and then you just sponsor place, put their agent ID, and then you can move that entire organization under them to condense it, like Alan Strickland was talking about. So,
yeah.
All right.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Tisha. I appreciate you. I know that was a long answer.
Nah, right. I wanted to actually see it, so thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. And guys, I'm gonna I know y'all don't realize this, but these little things that I'm showing you right here, guys, this is gonna change your business. I promise you. I promise you. Because if, let's say I talk to somebody today and they're excited, I can tell them like, listen, man, you sign up today, I'm gonna put a few agents under you. They're gonna say, of course. But here's the trick. Y'all ready? You gotta have agents, meaning you gotta be signing people up for you to have the people to move. And then let's say, for instance, I have, one of my teams, that person is short 400 in volume. I know I have 400 in volume with her. I can move them under them, but will I do that for a person that's not trying? Absolutely not. Same thing with you. You have to continuously be bringing in agents and customers so you have the flexibility to help your team, right? Now, we have leaders like Tammy. Tammy, I think it was week 2 or week 3, I don't know, but she was pushing to RSD, right? I did not. Tammy, Alan Strickland, obviously Candace, their whole team, Jackie, all of the leaders, like I did not give them any I did not help with anything. Obviously, if they had somebody who was short 100, I contribute money to help them bring the person in. But like somebody like Kiwi as well, she's gonna make sure we're not just signing people up and they're not gonna do anything. She was like, Coach, here go your money back. They ain't serious. And I love it because she treating it like it's my money. I mean, like it's her money, which is good. But I want you guys to understand something. As you're building a business, you have to always be recruiting agents and also bringing in customers, because there's been multiple times, and some of you can attest, where you have an agent that has 1,400 in volume. And they just need one customer. You can move an agent under them. Boom, they promote it. Now, you're not moving an agent under them, meaning you use their link. They're already in your holding tank. You just sponsor placing it under them to help them give them the volume what they need to get promoted. So, but anyway, anything else, guys? Any other questions? You guys can unmute.
Coach, I just want to tell everybody, like if we have any newer leaders on there, it's kind of smart for you to go within your organization and get their agent ID and their password, because a lot of them are not going to know knowledge-wise what to do, how to move them. And instead of, like, we've had this situation happen plenty of time where coaches calling me like, damn it, we got to do this for such and such time, and we don't have their password. A lot of people are sleeping. They may be out. Well, the world is closed up now, but they could have been out or whatever. Get it, because we're all in this together. Nobody's trying to do anything. We're trying to only help them. So it will be smart to just get that so you will have it. So last minute, you're not going crazy trying to do all of this stuff before midnight.
Tammy, this is why I love me some Tammy, bruh. She hit it. And Tammy knows it was nights, it damn near 1 in the morning. Tammy, Alan, Jackie, Jay, Kiwi, Felicia, LeBrian, Tisha. I'm like, Tangela, I'm like, bro, I need your login. So she just hit it on the head. Erica helping her with whatever she got to get help with. But the bottom line is having a login. And then if you have an agent that doesn't want to give you their login, which I've never had anybody tell me no, say, okay, no problem, and move on. They're not even coachable. So when you have everything together, when you can kind of move and help them, there's been so many times where I can say, not hundreds, but a lot of agents where I have their login and bruh, I'll log in and they don't even trigger their bonuses. I promise you. The money is sitting right there and they don't trigger their calves. And it's not that they don't want the money, they don't know how to do it. And it's so much information. So to Tammy's point, you want to have your agents log in information so sometimes you can move the customers around. Because I promise you, I've had agents call me and they forgot, oh man, coach, I fell asleep. Oh no, I moved the customers for you. And then they'll get that check on Thursday. I promise you, it does something to them because they know you got their back. So Tammy, you just made a great point. So you guys want to make sure you have your logins as much as possible. And just to reiterate, you want to move the customers. So if it's a regular week like this week, right, you want to move the customers before 5 p.m. on Monday, right? Exactly. Just like I was telling well, me and Jamil was talking earlier, when he goes to meet with these guys at 12:30 tomorrow, right? He already has customers from last week and the week before last, right? So now when they sign up tomorrow at 12:30, he can take his customers from Saturday, Thursday, whenever, move them under them. He's going to get paid this Thursday on them. So just think about that. And because he knows that, that's definitely a game changer. But you guys definitely want to grab your agent's login information and their password, and you want to move the customers over because that'll help them. And people get busy. So, Mr. Strickland, you wanted to add something? I saw you unmute.
I'm sorry, Coach. That wasn't, no, I'm good. No problem.
Perfect. Kiwi, you there? Yeah. Oh, what's up, Jackie?
Okay, and another thing, with the having the login, that's good. On certain Fridays or Mondays, I have my agents login, so I go in the back and I check for customers that have been declined, and where I can also remind the agents that they need to check with those customers, because sometimes the people don't know the dates that they signed up and they don't know that they're declined. So that's a good reason to have that too.
And guys, you want to know how I became successful in this business? Surrounding myself with leaders like Jackie and like you guys. That's powerful. And when you think about what Jackie just said, you're training, this is a business. So you're training your team to call the people that's declined. Man, there's so many people that I call and they didn't even know that they got declined. Yeah, they get a text message, but some people, they lose their card. Some people, card gets stolen and they forget to reconnect it. And it's just so many things that can happen. Now, some people, they really decline, right? They don't got the money, right? So other situations, it could be a simple mistake, but by you alerting them and they don't want to lapse in the actual process because they know they got to start the credit repair process over again. Some people really appreciate you following up with them just about that. So that's a good point, Jackie. So you guys definitely want to log into your customer report and then click on decline payments and then call those clients. I don't call the people that got a refund because I don't have that kind of time.
Exactly.
So, but thank you so very much, Jackie. Anybody else before we wrap this up? Because this is all I really wanted to go over.
You call me, Coach?
Oh, well, just to talk about. I want you to kind of share. Hold on one second. Let me just make sure. I want you to kind of share with everybody. I don't even know if you want me to say this, but share with everybody. You remember when we was conversing, we was talking about moving. I think it was Jesse. It was somebody under somebody else, and you was like, "Nah, Coach, I don't know. This person a little shaky, yada yada yada." I forgot who it was. Right?
Warren. That was Dub.
Oh, okay. So what's up with Dub now?
He's still here. He decided that he was not going to cancel.
Okay. Why did he decide to stay in?
Well, I had a conversation with him, and then I had Jesse give him a call, to talk to him about, because he's already on the team. And he came back and I said, what did Jesse say? And he said, Jesse said the same thing your son said, which was listen to Kiwi.
Hold on, time out. And I'm gonna let everybody close out with this. Can you please tell everybody that story with your son?
All right, so I'm a little under the weather, you guys, but so Friday, not this Friday past, but the Friday beforehand is when Warren, aka Dub, enrolled. It was a call that me and Coach Kev did. He was super excited. He's been in prison, trying to come out and rehabilitate his life. He works like 11-hour shifts. So when I was ready to get him enrolled, I wasn't. On Friday. Saturday, me and my son had our first the first tournament back into travel basketball. So when he called me Saturday, I wasn't available, and I said, I'll call you in an hour. But an hour, he was at work. So I said, call me when you get off of work at 11:30. He called like past midnight. I was already asleep. I had been on the road since 4:30 in the morning. Wow. So Sunday, he called at 8:30 a.m., but we had a tournament. The next game was at 8 a.m. So I'm telling him again, I'm at the game. I'm going to call you at 9:30. He said, oh, this sounds like a scam. And so at that moment, you get that, I don't know how y'all set up, but how Kiwi set up. I'm like, oh, I have time for you right now because the scam is not what I'm not, and I'm not going to have the kind of comments towards me. So what do you want to discuss? So when I called him, he's like, oh, it's so noisy in your background. I said, case in point is exactly why I said I will call you in an hour. So I called him, and we're getting ready to go back to check out of the hotel. And he said it again, and my son heard it. So I told him to hold on. I have to go check out of the hotel. So my son picked up the phone, and he said, why are you calling this a scam? He said, when did you start? And Warren said, I started Friday. And he said, so you've only been in it 2 days, and you're calling my mom a scam. He said, you have to wait because it doesn't happen in 2 days. And he said, what did he say? He said, you have to listen to my mom and you'll be fine. But if you just started 2 days ago and you don't want to listen, then you're not going to do good.
And how old is that SVP? I mean, Amari, how old is he?
He is 14. And like Warren was talking to him like he was Coach Kev. He was like, yeah, but, I'm trying to quit my job and be like your mom. I want to work independently. And he was like, my mom didn't quit her job 2 days after she started this. Do you realize she started last year? Like, it doesn't happen like that. You have to be patient.
So now you got a 14-year-old coaching a big grown-up, which is crazy, but it happens every single day. So
I think Tisha's daughter is the same way. Tisha, you guys went out to eat or something, and she handed the waitress Tisha's card and told her, you need to be an agent.
Damn. Boy, hey, yeah.
It was Coach, it is so funny. And she's 7.
7?
Yes, we go out to eat and she gives the waitress the card and said, here's my mama business card. You should be an agent. You get paid $100 a customer.
Hey, how you get closed by a 7-year-old? Hey, teacher, I hope you breaking your 7-year-old off every now and then.
Yes.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Oh my God. Well, thank you for sharing, Tisha. I had no idea. And Kiwi, of course, Amari is always he's always gonna be in our corner. And I just love him, man, because his spirit, he got a spirit of a boss. I still need him to dominate when he get on that doggone court, but we'll talk about that another time. But at the end of the day, Kiwi, everything that you're doing within your organization is duplicating. And that guy, Warren, your thing was, man, after he's shaky. So the moral of what I wanted to tell you guys earlier, Kiwi did not move the guy under
Yes,
Warren.
I didn't move Jesse, no.
No, he was on the fence. So she didn't have to. It's her organization, right? So I want you guys to understand the person has to want it. And Warren's still skeptical, right? So he's gonna have to be a part of his own rescue. So he may be a high profile client. He may not even have the mindset of an agent. If he keep being skeptical, I say, listen, fix your credit, man. Call me when you're ready to level up, because I can't chase you. I can't try to force you to do things that you can do. So, man, I appreciate you guys. Anybody else want to share before we go? And was there any? Did anybody also sign up? Oh no, I saw that they did. Anyway, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, can I call you right after the meeting? I have a quick question for you.
Who? I don't know who that is. Who's that?
Lawrence.
Lawrence, yes, you can. Well, I have a lot of people attacking me for me to talk to them after the meet, but I got you. You got my number, Lawrence, right? That's fine.
Yes, sir,
you got my number, right?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, perfect. So let's chop it up. That's fine. Anybody else?
Hey, Coach.
Hey, Coach,
Okay. Hold on, Everton. Let me let LeBron go. What's up, LeBron?
a quick question. So my wife signed up, the other day, and she didn't get, her 2 agents before the volume week ended. So can she still get that other customer to trigger the cab, or do I need to go ahead and trigger the cab for her because she didn't get her 2 customers?
Okay, so she got 1 customer in before Saturday, right?
Right.
And do you have an additional customer in your back office?
I do. But I was trying to see if I could get her another customer to trigger her own cab, to trigger the cab for herself instead of me using one of my customers so that I can maybe place a customer under somebody up under me.
That's true. You're okay. We'll figure that out, because if she signs up, still have her sign the customer up under herself anyway. Right. And then me and you gonna have to game plan on how I may have an additional customer on Michelle, because you on Michelle's side, and then I may have to put one of her customers under your wife, right, to help trigger that cab, right, for you, and while you trigger the cab for her, because your wife got a customer too, right?
Right. That's what I'm saying. She just didn't get 2 customers, before the volume week ended to trigger the cab. So I'm trying to see, do I need to place a customer under, or can she still get a customer and trigger the cab regardless?
I don't think she will. She can get that second customer, but it's gonna trigger for, you get what I'm saying? The next volume. Right. So what I would still do if I was you though, still trigger. Yeah, this is what you do. Remember, guys, just so you guys know, when a new agent come in, their first 2 customers stay under them. It won't go in the holding tank. Just so you guys know, right? So what I would do if I was you, use your 2 customers for your other agent, and we're gonna figure out a way how we can help put another customer under your wife to help you get paid for this upcoming Thursday. So I wouldn't worry about that. I'll figure that out with you today.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
That makes sense.
And just like everybody else said, I had that same incident happen with my son. I was in the mall, just prospecting, and my son walked up and just gave my card out. So, these kids are watching, guys. So, you want to make sure that you leverage them also, because they may drop a gem on the door to make them realize that, hey, this could be the opportunity.
And then to add to that, guys, as you guys are getting promoted and hitting these different accolades, what I personally do, I give my kids money, right? I reward them financially, because they're also sacrificing their dad. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're doing what they have to do. I tell them, you guys know we had these family meetings right before we about to go on our run. Don't call me to go get no doggone Lucky Charms. Don't call me to go in the fridge to grab something you can go get. Whatever you can do on your own, get it done, right? Pull me when you need me. And I'm teaching them that from the beginning so they can know how to be independent. But once we hit this reward, right? Once we hit this whatever, and then when your kids see that work paying off, you're like, hold on, Dad, you got that promotion? They're going to be coachable right? Throughout every single promotion. Why? Because you got the result that you told them that you were going to give them. But here's the blessing behind that. We're just teaching the kids what we tell them. Finish school, finish what you started, set goals, meet expectations, keep going. We're living that. And when they see that their own parents are doing that, you got to reward them. And that's just something that I do. So that's why I was asking Tisha earlier, does she, she break the kids up. I don't care if it's $1. They have to understand through your work, you're going to get reward. And then when that customer sign up, when that agent sign up, give them $20. Give them more money than they thought they was going to give, so they can already see, hold on, if I keep planting these seeds, that's all the kids are doing. I'm going to get reward. Yes, you will. They're going to take that to everything in life. And then hopefully as they get older, they're going to start businesses. And, when we get 90, 80 years old, we're going to be living off their residual income. Anyway, Mr. Everton Brown, I'll go ahead and let you close that out, sir.
Oh, man. Thank you.
Or say what you were going to say.
Got you, Coach. Thank you very much for even inviting me to this. I just want to say something to your team real quick, right? So, guys, I want you guys to understand that I'm on the outside looking in. Coach Kev don't get benefits from anything I do. I don't get benefits from anything Coach Kev do. But this is one thing that I want to make clear to you guys. This guy you hear him say it every time when he do edification. This person is highly sought after and all that stuff. I want you guys to know Coach Kev is highly sought after. Like, you guys have a gentleman that went, and I hope you guys paid attention to this, from ESD in a 2-month time frame, not the VP, not the RVP. You got somebody that know every single thing, went through every single obstacle to make sure that you guys have what it takes to go to the next level. Please, I'm begging you guys, do not take his time for granted, right? Do not take his leadership for granted, because it's people like me that's always reaching out to Coach Kev saying, Coach, what you got going on? Now, why is that? You want to stick around winners. You want to stick around warriors, champions. That's what Coach is. So why wouldn't you want to listen to every single thing that he's telling you? Now, here's the truth, because I know we're human, and sometimes we put that emotion up here. Cut that emotion stuff out. He might be telling you some stuff sometimes that you're like, you don't want to know why you react that way? Because you're used to operating in your comfort zone, and he's breaking you away from that comfort zone. So when he tell you something, you're like, man, damn. But the awesome thing about Coach Kev that I love, whether you do it or not, he's going to keep on going. And I love that. Why? Because you spent $288 to grow your business. You didn't spend $288 to be babysit. I'm gonna repeat that again. You spent $288 to grow your own business. He's here as a mentor, a coach. He's already a life coach. I hope you guys really know that. He's really a life coach. But you have a real coach that's actually pushing you to break those barriers, break those limits, and help you to exceed that generational curse that we've had in our own family. So, man, Coach, I just want to thank you for always doing these webinars, always pouring back into your team, because, like I said, I'm on the outside looking in, and I want you guys to know something. It's not every leader that's at the top that's doing what Coach is doing. That's my time, and I'm gone, Coach.
Man. Thank you. And my message to Everton was, bro, you're a fly on the wall. You don't got to say nothing. And this is how I know it's from his heart, because he just said it. And I tell you guys this all the time. And what made me even send Everton the link to get on, we have no one outside of our team on any of my meetings. Nowhere. And y'all gotta pick this up, right? And Everton called me last couple of days. He wanted to just pick my brain on some stuff, and I was just trying to give him everything, like what I'm doing different, what I do, and how consistent I am on the Sunday meeting, the Friday, the Saturdays, whatever. And I said, man, let me send this to Everton and see if he got hop on. I literally sent this to him, I think 30 minutes into it. I think somebody was talking. I said, man, let me send it to Everton real quick. So thank you so very much, Everton, and I appreciate those kind words. Some of you are listening, some of you are not. However, I believe everybody is picking it up, and honestly, everybody that's in this leadership meeting, You guys have all showed a lot of leadership, not even just for me, but for your team, and a great representation of what FES would look like. Now we got to get you guys to level 1 R&R club, and now we have to get you guys promoted. Shouts out to you, Regina. You inspire me, Regina, because you came in. I would never, ever, 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 ever forget when they shut down your salon, and you signed up, you got a customer the same day, and you kept riding, and you've been on ever since. So just real quick, Regina, where does your I know see again, this is what Everton talking about. I'm about to throw you right in the fire. You don't even know. But it's just organic. Where do you, what made you, even after they open up, let you open up your salon, what made you still stay consistent with the business? I just want to I want everybody to hear from that, because not everybody knows you. And just your grind is you can see it. You can see how serious you are. But where does it come from, Regina?
Well, hi, everybody. I just see so much value in this business. It's no other way to say it. Everybody needs their credit fixed. I feel like everybody should have a business of their own. And that's just it. You need your own business. You need residual income. I'm a true testament because I lost my income when the salon shut down. So you have to have something online that you can do. It's just no ifs, ands, or buts, no ways around it.
Okay.
It's simple as that.
Thank you.
It's that
was
simple.
Straight. Yeah, that was straight up. Like, just valuing what we're doing. It's an online business. Everybody need it, and you're already talking to the people. So just thank you for being consistent. Thank you for your leadership. You came through Felicia, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I already know that you ain't coming to play. So anything you need me to do, obviously I'm here, and I appreciate you wholeheartedly. And let's just keep going. And I have no doubt in my mind you will be a senior vice president, and you're gonna continue to push through. So
thank you, Coach. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you. So guys, that's about it. Again, I didn't want to take too much time. Just kind of remember some of the stuff that I went over with you guys really quick. Let me do this really quick.
Coach, I have a question really quick, please.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I signed up a agent last night for Noah. And she did her business, her thing under her business, and she did put credit in it. We can't use that, right? So I need to go back in there and have her rechange that, right?
I'm confused on she did what under her.
Okay, when she signed up, she told me she was gonna put it under her business. But when she did it with $250 something with credit. And I need to clear that because we can't do it with that on her business page, right? She's a tax lady.
I know. I'm just trying to figure out where it says credit. What do you mean?
She, instead of her I thought she was gonna put it under her tax business like Noah did. She named it 250 credit vision credit, something like that.
Okay, does she already have a credit business?
No, sir. She has a tax business.
So when you do off Sunbiz with her tax ID, it's gonna be on Sunbiz. It's gonna send them to the actual business. She's gonna have, I don't know. She does taxes, so she's gonna have a problem in taxes. Because think about it, it's like credit. Let's say Credit Repair 360 as an example. She's saying that that's the name of her new business, but her business is really taxes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't. What I do, I'll get a person to sign up as an individual, and then I'll have them convert as a business later. They'll sign up as an individual, then convert later. So on her website, like right here where her name is, just so I'm clear, Jackie, her name here is her regular name, correct?
No, sir.
What does it say? That's where it says credit?
That's where it says credit.
Okay, but when she enrolled, right?
Yeah.
When she enrolled, hold on,
she enrolled under her business with her business tax number.
Got it.
And I kept telling her when I was doing it, I asked her, could we like just do it under your name now? We can go Monday, you and I will call customer service, and then we could do it differently on the business. But because I wasn't sure how Noah had registered, but she did put it under her tax ID number, and that's what she registered as with a business.
All right, I would just let her keep it the same. She's fine. I wouldn't put too much emphasis on that. She'll deal with the whole tax problem. That's on her. I would make sure her photos on her website, and there's nothing dealing with the word credit here as her name. She can have her government name there or whatever her brand name is.
Okay, because that's what she got. Because that right now is showing credit. It's showing 250 credit vision, something like that.
Yeah, I would have her put her regular name, because when people go to her website to sign up as an agent, they need to know her name. Her name is not 250.
Okay, I tried to. I'll take care of it, Coach. I just want to make sure so I know how to approach her when I call her later. That's it.
Yeah, but I'm already gonna tell you she's gonna be a headache. Because she's coming out not coachable, but that's a whole nother conversation. So
no one got to deal with her, not me.
Got him. So guys, real quick, contest update. You guys got that reminder. Jamil went over that. Make sure you guys are organized. The Eric Worre training. Let me go ahead and put this on mute real quick. I'm almost done. Don't forget, guys, the Eric Worre training. So you guys want to invest into that. If you guys are open, and let me know if you're open to doing this training with me. It's $300, guys. And again, it's not mandatory. Those of you, I think you missed it. If you guys are down to do this with me, put Summit in the chat. Summit in the chat. That way I know, so I can write you guys down who we're going to be doing this with. The other thing I wanted to share with you guys really quick was don't forget to follow up with results, create urgency. Make sure your new agents' pictures are on their website and their direct deposit is set up. Business hack, remember, like I was telling you, you can sign an agent up on Monday or Sunday, but you're going to use 2 customers from Saturday and beyond to trigger the bonus for that same week. And then lastly, the trial runs will change your business and create powerful free leads. And you always want to secure your bag. Don't give all your agents out to other agents, because you don't want to cripple them. You want to reward the agents, because I'd rather you be a top producing field trainer than a fabricated senior field trainer, if that makes sense. When should you sponsor plays? You guys kind of mastered, or you guys understand that now. If you want me to go a little bit more in depth later on, I can. But I really appreciate each and every one of you. Let me see who's on this list so I can write you guys down. Whoa! Whoa, you guys surprised me. Alonzo, Felicia. Whoa, Jackie. My dog. Oh my God, you guys got me. Laurencia. I'm not shocked about Laurencia. She already a boss. Lynn. Wow. Dana. All right. Man, this is crazy. Oh, Josh, forgot about you, brother. Who else we got? Alan. I know Alan is all in. Alan been coaching from day one. Okay, so I think that's everybody. Oh, Lawrence. I forgot Lawrence. Oh no, I got Lawrence. So Alonzo, Felicia, Jackie, Lawrence, Lynn, Dana, Josh, and Alan. I think I got everybody.
Hey, Coach.
What's up?
So this summit, it's online, right?
Yeah.
So if I was to get a bunch of my agents in one room and we just watch it together, is that possible?
That's very efficient. So I would do that.
Lawrence, holler at me later.
Yeah, I would. Let me put a question about by Lawrence's name because he gonna be like, bruh.
I literally was thinking the same thing. Like, we can just all put a pot in, and I don't know, Coach Census, Freedom Fighters, and maybe could we just go online and you?
No. We're
okay.
not. We're not doing that. That's not what we're doing. You guys can go together somewhere and watch that, but we're not gonna do that. Remember, in business, the people that's going to be willing to invest into themselves, it brings reciprocity. So I'm not going to go live and do a video and all of that. Tan, I got you, Tan. So, but if you want to be with that person to save their money and everybody. So for instance, for you, Alan, you, Candace, all of you guys can be at one location. One person invests, y'all can put money in and you guys can all watch it like that. But that's the only other way I would recommend it. Jay?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Because me and Lawrence, we live in the same town. You know what I mean? And we got a few other agents all in the same town, so we can just get together.
Yeah, and I would have those agents. And again, I want you to make sure we getting that, Josh. I would even have those agents who's gonna watch invest money. It's all about that, right? It's all about you investing into that, right? That's all it's about, and it doesn't matter the amount. They all can invest $30. 10 people, that's $300. But the fact that they're investing into the training, that's what we want people to get. We can post it on social media live and it could be free, but not everybody. People don't appreciate things that they're not investing into. So that's the other thing. But anyway, I think that's a great idea. Alan Strickland, you got it. Josh, you guys got it. That's something you guys want to do. I'm definitely going to invest into it myself. But again, I'm never going to have you guys do something that I wouldn't do. And we can move from there. So thank you guys as well. And then Mr. Alan Strickland, do you want to add anything to what we talked about today before we close it out, sir?
Basically, just everybody kind of spend more time understanding your business. There's so many tabs that sometimes there's no excuses that we don't know nothing about. I don't know nothing about. Like some of these tabs, some of these things, Coach has been reiterating, and this is a leadership meeting. So it got to come a time where Coach should, when he have his bullet points, he should say, this person is going to go over this person is going to go over that, this person is going to go over this. Some of these tabs and certain these things we should know. Some of us have been in the business a little while, and some of it is no excuses. So let's step it up a little bit. Sorry about the noise in the back.
All right. Yeah,
so we gotta step it up a little bit, and let's. Okay, that's it, Coach, because he ain't gonna.
All right, sir. And when is the summit again? Here's the summit dates, guys, just so you see it. The summit date is July 15th and the 16th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. So it looks like it's going to be on both days. Like, for instance, I'm going to pay the 300, but my wife and I will be watching it together. So, but I like the idea with Mr. Strickland and Josh talking about. I think that's very smart to do. And at the end of the day, guys, we all have to make sure we're helping each other. So, guys, don't tell me last minute, Coach, I can't do it. If you can't do it, get on it. You don't even have to let me know. All right? That's just, it's okay, right? I'm just giving you what my mentor give me. Remember, Jesus had one simple phrase, follow me. There's a volunteer army. Do I want everybody to be on? Of course, because I think this information, I know this information will change a lot of lives. And it's cheaper. The one that Alfred them did last year, bro, they was paying $2,000-3,000 in person. So, and they had to fly out, and it was just a lot, man. So I think $300 is not a lot of money considering what we're gonna be going over. I'm gonna post this in our leadership group really quick. It should be there in the WhatsApp so you guys can kind of grab it. Make sure your team can get on if they want. But again, if you guys start to tell you this to your team, please don't force them to do it. Don't make them feel like they have to do it, because there's some brand new agents, believe it or not, they would invest the $300 to get the information. But you also want to be mindful of that investment. We don't want them to think that, oh, I'm joining this business and now they made me sign up for this other thing. They don't have to do it. So I want to be very transparent with you guys on that. But at the same time, I always lead by example. So, and that's basically it. So I appreciate you guys. Laurencia, I'll talk to you shortly, but let me talk to Lawrence right now. Lawrence, give me a call now. And right after we talk, Lawrence, I have another meeting, so I have to kind of move forward with that very, very quickly. All right, guys, enjoy your Sunday. Be safe out there during COVID. Be careful. And please don't let anybody be around you that you think may be sick. I'm gone.